Welcome to our MyBottleShop.com YouTube video. Today we have a long-time friend of My Bottle Shop, Manu from Tobacco.
Hello everyone.
And you may recall Manu was one of our first YouTube interviewees, maybe going back, probably nearly 12 months ago now. You came in here back in the early days when we had bad lighting, and we've hopefully, improved things. We've got a bit better lighting here, so thank you for coming in. Now, we've got the Tour de France coming up in July, so in the next few weeks. So we thought this would be a great chance to celebrate all things French. And you being, a purveyor of fine French spirits, and I see you brought in some Cognac, some Armagnacs, and some Calvados.
That's right.
So our YouTubers probably won't know a lot about particularly the Armagnac and the Calvados. So if you want to just take us through what you have here for us today, and maybe help us understand about the products as well.
Absolutely. So first, they're good products. They're a lot of fun. And when the tour is going around France, it's funny to just follow it with the drinks from the different regions. If we start in the northwest, the Calvados is in Normandy, northwest of France. It's an apple brandy, made from apple, if you like. A cider that you distill makes it like a spirit, but all from apple.
And 40%. So basically what they take is an apple cider, run it through a still,
and
distill it down. And it's not really a clear colour, right? It's got a bit of colour in there.
We might show the people in the glass, and you have a little sip. You twist my arm easily on that one.
Yes.
But you see, they've been aged in French oak barrels. This particular bottle is from 2008, so aged for 10 years. It was bottled last year. 10 years old Calvados. As you can see, little dark color.
And I do actually, it does smell like apple. I can actually smell the apple on it. It's like a fresh green apple almost. So I'm quite surprised at the aroma.
Very fruity.
Very fruity.
But let Steve enjoy a little bit of Calvados. Any comments?
I'd say, it's fruity on the nose, and it's got a very dry finish. Yeah. So as that finished down my throat, I felt, tiny little bit of sweetness on the tongue, and then a dry finish. So
nice and long finish.
Nice and long, still going, in fact, yeah.
That's right. Well, if we go from the northwest of France, of Calvados, down south, along the coast, the west coast of France, there's a beautiful region called Cognac that most people are familiar with. Just a different type of brandy, not made from apple, but this time made from grapes. Cognac is always made from white grapes, it's quite popular around the world. You've got a strong support from the US market, and here in Australia we do have some good little producer. They do everything from growing their grapes, making their wine, distill it, putting in barrels, and then put their name on the label.
So I mean, a lot of people say it's Francois Voyeur. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Almost.
So not a lot of people would know this brand. So would you say this is a small family producer, would you say?
Yeah, and that's the main difference. You have the name of the maker on the bottle, and you're right, it's what we call a grower-producer. So he grows his grapes and he produces his cognac. And he does control the whole production from grapes to bottle. So that's the point of difference with François Voyer here. Mercier up here is the same. Whereas it's true that you have some bigger brands that blend different grapes, and it's just a different approach. At Tobacco we do import those grower-producers cognac.
And so what can we expect? So I notice there's a bit of a difference in the colour. If I hold these two products up, this one's probably darker, sort of like a dark oaky type colour. This one's more like a gold colour. What's causing the difference in the colours there?
Look, the difference in the colour, but Mercier here is quite clear. Surprisingly, it's actually older in terms of maturation than this one. That is browner.
This looks older, I must say, right?
Yeah, well, it's not actually. So the color can trick you. And look, if we put them next to each other, pour yourself a little bit of this one, and I might have a little bit of this one.
And compared to the big brand names, for these small producers, what can we expect as far as the quality? That's a big pour.
Good on you, Steve.
What can we expect as far as the level of quality?
Well, you can expect first something cleaner. All right. Usually they're very bright. The aromas, similar to what you said about Calvados, are very present.
Wow.
And it should be, as I said, cleaner. Sometimes brandies can be a little bit, still a little bit harsh with some ethanol, some fume from distillation.
No, I don't get that at all.
You shouldn't get it here.
No, it's incredibly smooth, I have to say. Very smooth. Literally, I'd say literally no burn whatsoever. I mean, that has just slid down and I hardly even noticed. You know what I mean?
No, they're good drink. And
it's got some legs on it too for, is it 40%?
Yeah, 40%.
40%, yeah, wow. Okay, so that's cognac, and that's a couple of little brands, family type brands that you can find on MyBottleShop.com, and thank you to Tobacco. And last but not least, what have we got over here in the corner here?
So if we continue our Tour de France, we started northwest, we went down the coast around the Bordeaux area, and if we
Sorry, is this around the east part of the country, is it?
West Coast.
Oh, the West Coast.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So West Coast towards the ocean.
West
West
Coast,
Coast,
just north of Bordeaux, and if we continue south, we go to the Armagnac region of Gascony. And I brought a couple of bottles. I brought Darroze, the pop of Armagnac, best producer, a bit more expensive than everyone, but the quality is right up there. And I brought a beautiful Pau Gascon bottle, so 2.5 liter, from 1967, bottled in 2017. So 50 years old brandy.
50 years
There's a little bit left, so we might share between you, me, and our friend at the camera.
Cameraman.
Oh wow, thanks guys.
That is a huge bottle, I have to say. I've never seen, I don't even think I've seen a cognac bottle that big. So just tell us a little bit about this.
Delicious. Well, Armagnac first is different.
Yep. Why is it different to cognac and a Calvados, let's say?
So we're closer to cognac because we make Armagnac from grapes, similar to our cognac friends. But the difference here is the region, of course. So different region, different terroir, climate, soil, etc. Also the grape varieties they're using. Cognac, most of the time, use one grape called Uni Blanc or Toledano in Italian. It's covering the whole cognac appellation, whereas Armagnac is covered with many different varieties. Many different varieties, so that's another important point.
And is Armagnac actually a region? So I know cognac is an actual region. Is Armagnac an actual region?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. So Cognac is the name of a town.
Right.
There's a village called Cognac, very cute French village. Armagnac, yes, that region, part of the wider Gascony region. But on the differences, we mentioned the place, the grapes, the distillation is an important difference. So Cognac is always double distilled, whereas Armagnac, they do a single distillation with very particular type of steel. They're small column steel that captures a lot of aromas and character from the grapes.
Okay, well look, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to grab one of these glasses here. I'd love to have a tiny little bit of that. So this is a 50-year-old Armagnac.
That's right.
So this was actually distilled in 1967 and laid down in oak, and it's been there for 50 odd years. Is that
what
right?
happened in 1967? I don't recall.
I don't recall. I wasn't born then. Neither was I born in the 70s, despite rumours to the contrary. So I'm very keen to try this. I can see instantly it's got a massive legs on that. I don't know whether that's because it's 50 years old. It's coating the whole side of my glass.
Nice viscosity.
Nice viscosity, thank you. And I mean, this is going to be smooth, right? I'm tipping this is going to be super smooth.
I'm going to take my time on this one because they can take a bit of time to open those drinks. But for us, we wanted to do this video to show you the variety of brandies that exist in France, and they're very cool companion for cold night, watching the Tour de France with your friends.
Thank you very much, Manu. It was a pleasure to have you in here again.
Oh,
lovely to see you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you, Manu.